no guarantee.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Good Morning Grenada for today, Friday, the 20th day of June. Yeah, June is gone. June is done. Oh, Father.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
Thank you for life.
Oh, yes, I'm still alive.
Oh, my Lord. Good morning to you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Hope you're having a wonderful day thus far. Yeah.
Hear my prayer. Hear my prayer. So even though my life is filled with so much ups and downs, I know you got the powers to turn this thing around.
If you're on the buses heading to the town or heading to your jobs, good morning to you, all the bus drivers, the conductors, most importantly, the passengers. Petlin, what bus are you on this morning? Good morning to you and whatever bus. Yeah, it's classic with yours truly, the innocent one. Good morning to my bro Enos McDonald out there in the US. How did you like the debate last night, boy? Nice. Folks, it's time for the word of the day. Yeah. And let me tell you, the word of the day today, that word is rebuff. Rebuff.
I will lift up my eyes.
Trying to get coordinated with my master control.
Come from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. I can't tell the future, neither can I say the minute or the hour.
This song is so appropriate for mornings, man. Oh, Father, that's a good way to start the day.
I'll try to do my best, and once I give my
Mildred Smith, good morning.
care of the rest. Yes, Lord. Oh, Father, thank you for the privilege. Oh, merciful Father, to share this love you give. Nothing more I want.
Mr. Shem Theodore, good morning to you. You've got greetings coming from your aunt Mildred. Good morning, Auntie Winifred Hancock out there in Castine. The folks inside of Monlong, Mr. Bull and the family. Nice.
Hear my prayer. Talk, oh merciful Father, but strive to walk the walk. Yes. Oh.
Like I said, the word of the day today, we are experiencing some technical connectivity issues with our television aspect. So in the interim,
thank you.
Rebuff, R-E-B-U-F-F. What rebuff means? It means to do something such as an offer or a suggestion is to reject or criticize it sharply. To rebuff something such as an offer or suggestion is to reject or criticize it sharply. One can also rebuff a person by rudely rejecting or refusing them.
Hear my prayer.
All the frenemies, all the snakes, I rebuff you. Yeah, rebuff. R-E-B-U-F-F. Morning, teacher Reggie and family out there in Bellevue. Good morning. It's 25 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Here's how we can use the word rebuff in a sentence. When the request was immediately rebuffed by upper management, the staff was left frustrated, yet also more determined. Yeah, that's the word of the day, rebuff. I hope you write it down, jot it down, learn to spell it, learn to pronounce it, most importantly, learn to use it in your writing and in your speech. It's 25 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Yep, that is our time. And this time let's do the motivational speech for today. What's the motivational thought thought for today, and let me tell you what it is. Motivational speech. Yep. Okay, it is. I gotta get it opened here. Nice. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, though. You know, sometimes Murphy's law creeping. Things that can go wrong will go wrong at the worst possible time, yeah? Nadisha, good morning to you. Good morning to Ariel, Kitty Cat, Alwyn, Debbie and family, Moyaki and family, all the folks out there in Mama Can, good morning to you. The Sandersons, good morning. The thought of the day: a beautiful day is one where you choose love over fear and gratitude over complaints. You choose to love instead of being fearful. And you choose to be gratifying. You choose to, you choose gratitude, thankful, over complaining. In essence, you stop being a pessimist. You stop seeing the glass half empty and you're seeing it half full. Yeah, that's the thought of the day today. It's 23 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. We've got the AM edition of news, sports, and the weather coming up. And as by now, you would realize that we've sort of revamped it. All right. Donley Alexis, good morning, innocent. That debate was disappointing. Yeah. I think it comes with age, you understand? And some folks just not understanding that. Your cognitive level drops as you get older, yeah? Your responses and the response times and things like that. So there are some things that you just bow out when you get too old, you know what I'm saying? Donnelly? Catherine Phillip, good morning to you. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning, all the way from Northern Virginia. Thank God for Friday. Linda B, I'm listening to you. Okay, nice. Yulin Alexander, good morning, Gordon. Good morning to everyone. Blessings for a fantastic Friday. Have a wonderful, safe day and weekend, everyone. Wendy Williams, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Blessed weekend. Thanks and same to you. Rebuff. Yeah, okay. Nice. Good morning to you, Heather. Good morning to your friends out there in Mount Nesbitt. Mary Theresa and the group, the posse. I call them the posse. My folks out there in Mount Nesbitt. Good morning to you. Fishing capital Guave, or the so-called fishing capital. Grenville is the fishing capital as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, but nonetheless, Guave is preparing for a bumper day tomorrow with Fisherman's Birthday. Whole lot of activities taking place up there. Yeah. Good morning to the Fisher folks, all the Fisher folks of the nation. Those in Woburn, those in Soubise, Marquis, those in Duquesne, those of you on the western side, good morning. Those in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, good morning. Yeah, good morning. How do you do? 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning, Tayo. And the folks out there right in Bellevue again. The Maxwin family in Belial, good morning to you. Maxwin family in Munich. Urban Mason, Branny, Eric, Galba, Mitchell. Good morning. I saw you in sleep last night, Galba. I hope you're doing fine, right? Yeah. Dan Kumari saying good morning to all the in Grenada from Guyana. Burbis to be precise. I think you heard me say that already. One of my best teachers were from Guyana, Miss Golaya. She came in and she taught me English. Yes, I could write. I might not pronounce all the words right, but I can write good stories and songs. Michelle Bernard, good morning. We also had a Guyanese principal, Mr. Lochan. Good morning to Miss Adams, the wife of the late Mr. Adams that was a principal at McDonald College, resides in Corinth. And while at that, good morning to all the folks in Corinth. The Mohai, good morning. Gail and Fen and the entire family. Miss Murray, good morning. Leon McQueen and family, good morning to you. Zelon, what's up? Yeah. We had to kill Satan last night, the serpent. Oh my goodness. Life, eh? Good morning to my nurse friend right next door. I think it's Nurse Victor. Good morning. I'm not good with names. Good morning to the Taylor family. Yeah, out there in Corinth. Those of you who are visiting with us again. Yeah, good to have you back. It's 20 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. What are the buzzing stories this morning? All right, the norovirus is the dominant causative agent of the gastro outbreak in Grenada. CAFA said that. CAFA did the test and diagnosis and so forth, and they determined that the norovirus is that culprit. In the region, a U.S. transgender woman is still missing in the Bahamas. Wonder what she doing, boy. Hope she's safe, right? Internationally, China's Communist Party expels ex-defense ministers over corruption charges. Nutmeg Quinn, good morning. How you do? Glad to have you on board again. Hope you're doing fine. Also, Sylvina Charles, good morning. Buzzing in sports, we hear that the Ministry of Sports in Grenada collaborates with CARICOM for hosting of the CARICOM Road Races. Morning, Colin Peters and your team in the Ministry and Department of Sports. Good morning all to all the ministries, the folks at the ministerial complex, my security friends up there. Good morning, good morning. Nutmeg Quinn says she hopes that the gastrovirus better be gone by Carnival. Nothing. Carnival would just be shitty. Oh my goodness. Nice. A shitty Carnival. Michelle Cambridge says good morning from Brooklyn, New York. How's Brooklyn? Folks, I'm hopeful that you're paying attention to what's happening around you in the region. You're looking at the news regionally and internationally, and all indications, it seems as though we would have a tropical storm over the weekend, most likely around Monday. I hope it starts Sunday night into Monday morning, because we have the launch of the Roots Calypso tent on Saturday at the Malmount Big Yard. It's going to be a bumper show, man. Go on out and enjoy. If God permits me and everything goes well, I'll ask for permission and go as well. Go and listen to the guys. I know Wright was in Grenada a couple of weeks ago with my sisters, and one of them got it and took it right back to her kids. I felt so sorry for them, yeah. Well, there are certain preventative measures that can be taken, by, personal hygiene, ensuring that you wash your hands before eating, after the washroom. Make sure you cook your food properly. All right, good. We now have time for our nutrition hints for today. Let's see if we get that coordinated properly with our master control. Nutrition tip of the day. Let's do this. Okay, we still have not gotten this problem rectified. Please give me... Okay, good. Nice. We've got some technical glitches there with this. We have a reverb. But folks, tell you what, we've got to take that break right now. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. And it's no more those of you on the TV. We've got a rebroadcast. Everything is real time now, okay? So we've got the news coming up. We take a commercial break and then we come back with the news. Don't you go anywhere.
Washing the vehicle, use a bucket, not a hose. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
It's the event you won't want to miss. GIDC Business Deals Day on Saturday, July 13th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Frequente Industrial Park playing field. Explore the latest products and service offerings from businesses within the industrial parks. Enjoy discounts on GIDC business support services and get fantastic deals on household items, building materials, accessories, condiments, and more with exciting prizes is up for grabs throughout the day. But that's not all. Dive into a mini health fair and career expo for valuable health education and employment opportunities. It will be a fun-filled day with eats, drinks, games, deals, and more. Mark your calendars and join the GIDC at Frequente Industrial Park Plainfield on Saturday, July 13th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. See you there.
Miss Faithlin's family drama continues with I Do by Urias Peters at Labucan Creative Center, Saturdays at 8 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., June 8th to 30th.
Mark your calendars for a day of non-stop fun and laughter. The St. George's
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, June 28th, 2024. Coming up in the news, the norovirus is the dominant causative agent of the gastro outbreak. In the region, the U.S. transgender woman still missing in the Bahamas. Internationally, China's Communist Party expels ex-defense ministers over corruption charges. And in sports, Ministry of Sports, Grenada collaborates with CARICOM for the hosting of the CARICOM road races. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Grenada. Get ready as the new National Party invites all to its 40th anniversary fundraising bingo event. Sunday, July 14th from 5 p.m. at Victoria Park, Grenville. Over $100,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Imagine you can win a Suzuki Ignis hybrid car, $50,000 in cash, plus other fantastic prizes. Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two. Free buses will be available island-wide. Don't miss it, or you might just see your neighbor driving a Suzuki Ignis. Sunday, July 14th, we're heading to Victoria Park in Grenville for the new National Party 40th Anniversary Fundraising Bingo.
Jumping up in the 7 people, 7 to the West Indies. Grenada must no mass like this. No mass like this. Jumping up in the 7 people, 7 to the West Indies. Grenada must no mass.
Good morning. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph. The Ministry of Health has confirmed that the current widespread outbreak of gastroenteritis on the island is primarily due to the norovirus, commonly known as the stomach flu. This virus, which leads to inflammation of the stomach and intestines, has been pinpointed as the chief culprit following extensive laboratory testing conducted by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA, in Trinidad and Tobago. The norovirus is recognized globally as a leading cause of sudden gastroenteritis, characterized by symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, and abdominal pain. The virus is notorious for its ease of transmission via contaminated food and water, surfaces, and direct contact between individuals. Health authorities emphasize that although infections typically resolve on their own within a few days, they can pose serious health risks, particularly to young children, the elderly, and those with compromised immune systems. The virus manifests with rapid onset gastroenteritis symptoms like diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, and abdominal pain. Other possible symptoms include a mild fever, headaches, muscle soreness, and tiredness. These symptoms usually appear 12 to 48 hours after exposure and may last from 1 to 3 days. Now, due to the highly infectious nature of the norovirus, individuals can continue to excrete the virus even after symptoms have subsided, increasing the risk of infecting others. Early detection and symptom management, coupled with rigorous hygiene protocols, are vital in curtailing the spread of the virus. Transmission of norovirus primarily occurs through the fecal-oral route, often through ingesting contaminated food or water, touching infected surfaces, or through close contact with an infected person. The virus can also be transmitted through airborne particles from vomit or feces. To prevent the spread of norovirus, it is crucial to maintain good hand hygiene, adhere to food safety guidelines, and thoroughly disinfect contaminated areas. Preventative actions include regular hand washing with soap and water, especially after restroom use, diaper changes, and before preparing or consuming food. Surfaces, particularly in kitchens and restrooms, should be sanitized frequently. It is also advised to avoid contact with infected people and refrain from sharing personal items. Food safety is enhanced by thoroughly washing produce, and properly cooking seafood, and avoiding raw or undercooked dishes. Those exhibiting symptoms should be isolated at home to prevent further transmission. And finally, adhering to these preventative measures is essential for minimizing the risk of the norovirus spread within communities and healthcare facilities. Today and tomorrow, Fisherman's Birthday will be celebrated throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. The annual event commemorates the hard work, contributions, and achievements of fisher folks over the years. This event, held annually on June 29th, will be celebrated under the theme Celebrating Our Tradition and Progress Beyond 50 and Expanding Our Reach. Janelle John, Secretary within the Guave Improvement Committee, highlighted some of the upcoming events.
Our annual mass in June, and that's a street jump up on the Lance Maid Road, and that will take place tomorrow, Friday, from 7 p.m. until 12 p.m. On Saturday, as we climax, we are going to start off with a church service at 9 a.m. at the St. Peter's Catholic Church right here in Guave, and then we have a street parade right up to the jetty where we have the blessing of the boat and the laying of the wreath, after which we are going to have our exhibition. We have two aspects to that. We have our fish exhibition.
John noted that the committee has collaborated with the 50th Carnival Committee, WeFM, and the MP for St. John, Kieran James, to make this year's celebration special. She also spoke about additional planned activities. Following
which we have our aquatics and beach event, and that would take place on the Lance Beach in Guave. The aquatic involves sailing, engine boat races, swimming, beach football, volleyball, table tennis, and the likes.
The celebration will culminate with a cultural show on the Lance in Guave, bringing together the community to honor the rich traditions and progress of the fishing industry. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional roundup and international stories are straight ahead.
Mark your calendars for a day of non-stop fun and laughter. The St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass, and Grenlec present All Mass 2024. It's all happening at the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 21st, starting at 3 p.m. Tickets are just $35 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Grab yours from any Lions and Leo members, Grenadian Optical, and Clear Vision. All Mass promises humorous antics and infectious laughter for the whole family. Be there. This advertisement sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. Am with them.
On a tropical wave which has developed in the Atlantic and which forecasters say as the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan. A tropical depression or tropical storm is likely to develop this weekend several hundred miles east of the Windward Islands and to move westward at up to 20 miles per hour. Multiple forecasters are predicting an above normal which forecasters say as the environmental conditions suitable for further development. The forecasters say a tropical depression or tropical storm is likely to develop this weekend several hundred miles east of the Windward Islands and to move westward at up to 20 miles per hour. Multiple forecasters are predicting an above normal hurricane season this year with up to 25 storms, of which at least 8 are expected to become hurricanes.
Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley plans to reject the recommendations from some leading economists to devalue the TT dollar. Dr. Rowley told a meeting of investors in Port of Spain such a move will have serious consequences on the pockets of the average Trinidadian.
And you may not believe this. That is the view of some economists teaching at the university, that we are living beyond our means, which is true, and the way to solve it is just to, with the stroke of a pen, devalue the currency and put the population in its place. Meaning, wherever the currency goes, that's what you will pay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not the role of the government. The role of the government is not to set out to create hardship for people by following theories and theses. The role of the government is to give the people a chance to survive and to give their children a future.
Grenada's Tourism Minister Adrian Thomas has called on the Sub-Regional Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, to address the challenge of ensuring that the benefits from tourism are spread across more communities. Thomas hosted an OECS Council of Ministers meeting in Grenada Thursday.
As ministers of tourism, charged with setting policies and developing plans, we have a responsibility to ensure that we facilitate opportunities for additional visitor spending and that money spent are circulated within our economies as much as possible. Promoting local sourcing, supporting local artisans, and encouraging community-based tourism projects like farm-table initiatives are effective ways to achieve this.
Meanwhile, Dominica's Tourism Minister Denise Charles Pemberton has applauded the progress made to date on air connectivity in the sub-region, even as she said much more needs to be done to meet the urgent demands for interregional travel.
While we have seen some increase in flights within the region, there is still a lot to be done. Last year, it took me 2 days to get to Antigua. Today, we have daily flights between those two destinations. It is prudent, therefore, to thank our airline partners like Intercaribbean, Sunrise, Winair, and Caribbean Airlines, who continue to provide us with accessibility across our islands. Connectivity, however, still remains a grave concern, and as we know, the solutions are not simple.
The United Kingdom has appointed a manager to spearhead extensive law enforcement and justice reforms in the British Virgin Islands. This is in response to significant shortcomings identified in a recent evaluation by the UK. The review thoroughly assessed various law enforcement bodies, revealing multiple areas in need of improvement. The report outlines 138 recommendations targeting key agencies such as the Virgin Islands Police Force, Customs, Immigration, and the Prison Service.
Haitian Prime Minister Gary Conille visited a base in northern Port-au-Prince where the first contingent of Kenyan police has arrived. During his visit, Mr. Conille reiterated his commitment to reclaiming territory controlled by armed gangs. He said the Haitian state now has the support of the newly arrived security forces to regain control of the entire country. Kenya is leading a United Nations-backed multinational security support mission. The first contingent of Kenyan police arrived in Port-au-Prince on Tuesday.
To Caribbean countries are observing Flag Day today. In Barbados, it's a one-off celebration, which, according to Prime Minister Mia Mottley, offers a special Barbados welcome to the finals of Cricket World Cup, which the island is hosting.
On Friday, June 28th, we are going to have Flag Day. And what is Flag Day? We as Bajans are going to celebrate who we are and why we are welcoming the world to our shores for the World Cup finals on Saturday, June 29th. Yes, I would have wished the West Indies made it, but even without that, we are going to know how to welcome people. And how do we do it best? We're going to do it best by repping our colors. You're going to help me, and we're going to put up the blue, yellow, and black, as Peter Ram asked us to do, because we want you to know you're always welcome back here.
And the Bahamas is observing its annual National Flag Day today, with Bahamians expected to...
Looking further afield, we hear that the governing Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, has expelled former Defense Minister Li Shangfu, who was sacked last year after going missing, and his predecessor as part of an anti-corruption crackdown, according to state media. The expulsion of Li and predecessor Wei Fenghe for serious violation of party discipline and the law was reported by the official news agency Xinhua on Thursday. The purge coming at a time of increasing tension between China and the United States over the fate of Taiwan. Li was removed in October 2023, only after a few months in office, following his disappearance from public view for almost 2 months. The Xinhua reported that this case had been referred to military prosecutors, potentially setting up a trial that could lead him to getting life in prison. The party's powerful Politburo of senior leaders convened on Thursday to review Li's status. They ruled that Li had betrayed his original mission and lost his party's spirit and principles, according to the state broadcaster CCTV. That brings us to the end of the regional roundup and the international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Sporting fans, the Division of Sports, in collaboration with the CARICOM Secretariat, is currently registering athletes for the 17th CARICOM Road Race, which is scheduled for Saturday, July 6th, 2024 in Grenada. Registration can be submitted online at raceroster.com, that's RACEROSTER.com, or by contacting the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Road runners are encouraged to register to participate in the event. Curlin Peters, coordinator of sport, said the race is expected to be of the highest standard. The first race will commence at 8 a.m. from Camohon Park in Grandlands up to Tantine and back to Camohon Park. The categories of races are as follows. The Elite 10K. Now, this race is by invitation only and will have 2 professional athletes, 1 male and 1 female, representing each CARICOM country. The second category, the Open 10K, that's for athletes aged 16 and over, and also the Youth 1.7K for athletes 15 and under. Now, the route will be within the Montrouge area. Prizes for the respective races are as follows. The Elite 10K, first prize 1,000 US, second 8,800 US, and third place 500 US. The Open 10K, EC $500 for the first place, second place gets EC $200, third place EC $300. Now this is conflicting. The second place $200, third place $300. Okay, there could be a typo. Now youth under 16, that's the 1.7K, will be awarded gold medal for first place, silver medal second place, and bronze medal for third place. It must be noted that all participants will be given medals to acknowledge their participation in the races. Grenada's representatives at the Elite 10K are Kenisha Pascal in the female Greenville Division, and Liveron Thorn in the Mail. Transportation will be available to and from the race venue, with departure at 6 a.m. from the west and east. A local organizing committee is organizing the logistics for the event. That concludes the sporting highlights. At this time, you will have more sporting events during our luncheon edition later on in the day. At this time, folks, we now join the Met Office for the latest weather forecast. Folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, my good friend Jason Robertson. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning to you, and good morning to our listeners of GBN. Let's take a look at the weather for today, Friday, the 28th day of June, 2024. At Point Shelling, it is fair. A gentle breeze is from the east at 6 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 1013.1 millibar, which is just below normal and rising. Present temperature 27.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 82%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.9 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 26.5 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, we had 0.3 millimeters of rain. The total for the month so far, 140.4 millimeters. Now for the public forecast at Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique, valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, slight hazy and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the possible isolated shower, increasing in cloudiness overnight with some brief to widely scattered showers. Today's maximum temperature should reach 31 degrees Celsius. Wind should be east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour. The sea should be moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tide is currently rising, will be high at 10:45 a.m. and low at 4:45 p.m. Sunset today 6:35, sunrise tomorrow 5:45. To repeat the forecast, the weather is expected to be generally fair, slight hazy and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the possible isolated shower, increasing in cloudiness overnight with some brief to widely scattered showers. From the Maurice Bishop International Airport, Jason Robertson reporting.
Jason, just before you run off, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
We are following regional and international meteorological stations. We're hearing of a possible weather system that is due to sort of forecasted to reach the Lesser Antilles or the Eastern Caribbean sometime over the weekend. Are you following this?
Yes, there's an area of cloudiness around 40 degrees west. This has a high potential to become a system.
Okay, and when is it likely to start affecting us in earnest?
Well, based on the information, once you develop probably Sunday into Monday, there is a possibility that it can affect us. But it's too early to say, although there's a high possibility, you know what goes on with nature.
Yeah,
understand me?
Okay.
But we always monitoring it.
Okay. Well, I know that you'll disseminate the information as they become readily available, right?
Yes.
You have a great day and a safe weekend, bro.
Okay, you too.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with a kind compliment of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Get ready, Grenada, for the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Hubbard's Legends in Concert. As we raise our hands and give thanks. On Saturday, October 26, 2024, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Stay tuned to GBN for more.
Just after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Police announces a temporary road closure of the Morris Bishop Highway. In the region, we hear of transgender woman missing still in the Bahamas. Internationally, ex-military minister in China has been suspended. And in sports, Grenada Sports Department teams up with the CARICOM Secretariat to run off the CARICOM races. That's been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, June 28th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. And I also like to urge you to be very attentive to what's happening with the weather in the region, Grenada and the region. Look at the weather so you can better be prepared. Preparedness saves lives and minimizes damages. That's it for the morning edition of news. Love you. Bye-bye.
Many of us take our health and well-being seriously. We exercise, we eat right, we try hard. Sometimes we give up. But we can't give up on the health of land and the seas that sustain us. We must reduce the amount of plastic weight we generate individually. A person can generate up to 70 times their weight in waste. That's over 10,000 pounds of plastic over a lifetime. Now multiply that by the country's population. Without reuse, repurposing, or recycling, each OECS island will generate more than 1 billion pounds of plastic waste over a lifetime. This can't be our legacy. Separate plastic waste for transport to a facility that reuses, repurposes, or recycles.
Recycle OECS. Green actions, blue oceans.
Struggling to secure a business loan because of limited credit history or loan security? The Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guarantee has the security you need. The Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guarantee, ECPCGC, is a bridge to accessible financing for micro, small, and medium enterprises in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. Backed by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank with funding from the World Bank. We work with financial institutions to help MSMEs get credit to stay in business, grow their business, or invest in green technologies. Our process is simple. Apply for a loan at your local lender. If collateral is in question, our partial credit guarantee is the answer. Once you meet the criteria, we pledge up to 80% of the collateral you're short of. Reach out to an ECPCGC participating lender or visit www.ecpcgc.org for more information. The Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guarantee for MSMEs. Your business, your growth, our guarantee.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Use a pan to wash and rinse your dishes. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlag, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotions, Caribberies, Guap Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, good morning. Welcome, viewers and listeners. It's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. The conversation this morning, as you can see, my studio is very, very much bright, very, very bright this morning. I've got with me some members from the House of Clay International. That's a gospel ministry based out in the U.S., but they're here to celebrate with the Apritute Pentecostal Church, celebrating its 5th anniversary this time around. That's the church of Pastor Ruth Roberts, my good friend. Morning, Pastor. How are you doing? You and the family? Hope the entire family is fine. So with me, Pastor... let me get it right. Randolph and Apostle Shari Bowen. Now, Apostle Shari is not Grenadian by birth, but by accommodation she is. Pastor Randolph Bowen, he boasts that he is a son of woodlands. So, good morning, Pastor and Apostle.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You all sung harmonious together.
You're going to hear a little something a little bit later.
Okay, definitely an Apritute, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
good. Yeah, so we're here to talk. You're here to celebrate with Pastor Ruth Roberts and her congregation of the Apritute Pentecostal Church. They're celebrating 5 years. I did not realize that ministry has reached that time as yet, but nonetheless. So give us a backdrop as to what is the House of Clay International Ministry.
House of Clay International Ministry is a word-based ministry from New York. Our motto is
to educate the people of God with the real, ready, and relevant word, with our base scripture being Isaiah 61, verses 1 through 3, that we indeed are, that the Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is upon us. And with that, we've been taking the gospel ministry through singing, through Christian education, through building leaders in ministry, everywhere and anywhere the Lord has sent us.
Bless the Lord.
Okay. So, and exactly where in the U.S. your church is based?
So right now we're in New York, right in the West Point area, the Highland Falls area in New York. But since we're military, we go all over the place. The last 3 years we were in Hawaii. Before that, we were in Kansas. It's wherever the Lord sends.
Hold on, you said military.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah,
I mean actual military, active
United
military?
States Army.
I am a retired Sergeant First Class of the United States Army. My wife is a Lieutenant Colonel in the Army, presently about to retire, you guys.
I feel secure.
I
feel totally secure this morning.
Physically and spiritually.
Yeah.
Amen. Bless the Lord. Yeah.
Now, this is interesting. How do they merge? When we hear military, we know of war.
Yes.
Well, we merge there too.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you're an agent of war, but you have a message of peace and love. How do they align?
Oh, that's good.
So for me, 7 April 2003, I was shot and wounded in Iraq. Mm-hmm. I met the Lord on the battlefield. Mm-hmm. I met the Lord on the battlefield, and as I survived by the grace and mercy mercy of God. I had to do a sitting with the Lord and say, why am I still here when I lost so many friends that day? And the Lord told me, I have to spread the gospel. So here I am. It's personal for me, and it's lifelong for me, and it will always be until my wife put me in a box. That's why we're apostles of the gospel. We're both apostles.
I like how you say it. She puts you in the box. You're not putting her.
No. I don't want to live, on earth without my wife. I want to be the first one to go to heaven and make room for her so she could come join me.
This is interesting. I love this conversation. I can have this conversation for the week.
Bless God.
Okay, so you found the Lord in the battlefield, and you, your wife.
Oh my! So many different things have happened in life, and I believe when I thought I knew the Lord, and I found out I really didn't know Him like I thought I knew. In other words, when life happened, when divorce happened, when different things that I thought were packaged to be, this is what a believer should have in life, and then they did not turn out the way I thought, I said, I'm done with this whole God thing. And in that season, I was facing divorce in 2003. He was being wounded on the battlefield in 2003. The Lord aligned the two of us through the military. And then when we joined together and found out each other knew the Lord, the rest is history from there. And God definitely has been turning this into what He wanted to be used for His glory.
I'm not usually lost for words, but I'm stuttering this morning because this is such an interesting story.
Wow. Bless God.
All right, very, very interesting. And what makes it even more interesting is the fact that you are both young.
Yeah.
And with the militancy in you all can, traverse the earth.
Yeah.
Like the disciples of old do, and bring that true story, because I'm going to use some words that I shouldn't use, but I'll ask for you've been through the mess, so you now have a message.
Yes, sir.
And your message is real.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed. And it's all in the Word, sir. It's all. I found the Lord in the Word of God. So in order to do that, went back to school, was trained, and sat on the great men and women of God, and was released into pastoral ministry. Our bishop is here on the island with us.
Yeah.
Bishop Adams, he's here with his wife, so we'll be celebrating with our bishop. He goes everywhere we go, and the military was the throughput. Absolutely. So every place we went, we started a church.
So you went to fight because you're in the military. You went to fight, but you were not. I hope you were not fighting with physical arms and ammunition, but you were using the Word of God as your weapon.
Absolutely.
We went.
Absolutely. In the army of the Lord.
Yes.
This is an amazing story.
Yes, indeed.
This is an amazing story. And there's too much to speak about. We don't have the time. But I want to know the affiliation with your church, Clay International, House of Clay International.
Yes.
And how did you get in alignment with Pastor Ruth and the Pentecostal Church of God?
I met Bishop Esther first on one of my trips. So we do school drops for Woburn Methodist School. We provide a lot of equipment and stuff for that school.
Because that was his school.
So that's the school I went to. So I met Bishop Esther the first time I came.
That's Pastor Ruth's sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And she's in Mardi Gras. Her church is in Mardi Gras. So it spun off from there. I met Pastor Ruth, and we subsequently hit it off there too.
Yes.
And she said, I have this going on. I was like, I'm there. Whatever it is, the heart of the woman of God and her husband at Aptitude Pentecostal Megachurch, her heart for people is amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a whole lot of people.
Hello, listen to me.
Come on.
Oh my.
You're just knowing Pastor Ruth.
Oh my God.
She's my bona fide. All right,
Wow.
so you're not going to tell me about Pastor Ruth's heart.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So I'm in love with you too. If you love her heart, amen. Bless God.
You're not telling me about Pastor Ruth. I'm saying this, and and it's going to be a wonderful session of that. I passed there yesterday because I live in that area, and I saw the tent being erected and everything like that,
Getting ready.
and so forth. So it's going to be a wonderful experience tonight.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Will any of you be ministering?
Absolutely.
Of course.
We will.
Word based. I'm a theologian, so you're going to get some word tonight. Not only music, praise and worship, but you will get the word of God tonight.
Well, I do know the entire village of Aptitude will be converging there and surrounding areas. The folks from Palm Rose, the folks from Bellevue, Belial, Tibaid, all these areas.
Come on, bring the family.
Yeah, come and be blessed.
Yes, Yes, indeed. Yes,
and we
indeed.
brought some wonderful musicians with us as well. Yes.
So having said that, what we are going to do now, folks, just in case you're just joining the conversation, I'm speaking with Pastor Randolph and Apostle Shari Bowen, and they're here to celebrate with the Aptitude Pentecostal Church. They're celebrating their 5th anniversary. That's the Church of Pastor Ruth Roberts and her team. We take a quick commercial break so that we can bring on some of the young musicians that they've brought with them. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for Grenada to laugh again. Heritage Theatre presents Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024, Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, 23rd June at the Trade Center in Grandance, and on Sunday, 30th June at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime, 7 p.m. every time, featuring some of Grenada's best ambassadors of comedy. Robert White.
I will line up behind the yellow for 9 elections straight. I changed for 9 times to lose the last election. Why? Because I'm always on the losing side.
Dillion Walters.
It's the McQueen I couldn't take. I don't tell Molly didn't know.
Kareem Alexis and other outstanding comedic performances, all coming to knock you off your seats with laughter. Get your tickets now. Bring out the entire family. Tickets are $60. It's time for Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024.
The place go flood with laughter.
Hello, Carnival. Nice to see you again.
Hey people, this is Ezra the Fun Machine, and I'm calling all revelers, carnivalists, and bacchanalists. Let me tell you, take a loan of $3,000 or more for your costume and pay only $340 per month with God's ready cash. Plus, you get to enter to win your loan back. That's right! Pay $0 down and nothing for the first 30 days. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, pay slip, and 2 references. Visit your nearest God's already cash location today or contact your Carnival band for more details. Experience Carnival 2024 with God's ready cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. We continue speaking with representatives from the House of Clay International Ministry. And as I told you earlier, they're here celebrating with the Aptitude Pentecostal Church their 5th anniversary. And you're invited to be a part of this grand occasion tonight. Come and be blessed. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Say that again, together.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the harmonizing because you all are musicians and singers. I'm going to go to my extreme right first. Introduce yourself. Yes. Your name?
I am CJ Milton from Sarasota, Florida.
Okay, and?
I am Mike Johnson from New York.
Mike Johnson, that's the Speaker of the House. Isn't it? You're not into politics, right?
I'm into God politics.
Good, lovely. It's always interesting and exciting to get young folks like yourself, because I consider you all youthful, to be actively involved in God's ministry. CJ? Is CJ?
Yes.
Yes. We have a CJ here too. Our gentleman on the front desk, his name is CJ too, so make sure you meet him on your way out.
Yes.
Okay? How How long have you been walking that walk?
Since about from growing up, I grew up in church, so since about 9 years old. But most of my.
So that was like 6 years ago because you're 15, right?
22.
Okay, good. Okay, and what has the walk been like for you as a youngster?
It has been very interesting, but I am thankful to God for keeping me and for sustaining me and, for allowing me to meet Apostle Randy and Apostle Shuri Bowen, who have, been apostles of their word and, for giving me the continuous opportunities to come to places like this, Grenada. So I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually when folks like you come to Grenada, you look for the next available piece of land and buy to stay. Yeah, so identify it. We'll work on that. We have an immigration migration agency here that we could set you up. Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your walk with the Lord.
Oh man, I have a very interesting journey. I thank God for His grace and mercy. Okay. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, you two are very youthful. How did you encounter this wonderful experience? How did you come in contact with God?
The way I was raised in the church. I was raised in the church, but I also had one foot in the world. So I grew up, and I had to have Right.
This is deep now.
Yeah, it gets deep. It gets deep
because you're speaking to somebody like that too.
Yeah, many times we often get raised one foot in, one foot out, and then it doesn't become real until you build your own relationship with Christ.
Yeah, it's personal. Yeah,
it's personal. Yeah. It's personal.
Your personal experience with Christ, what has it been like for you? How you have the opportunity to look at what you could have been to what you are now.
Yes.
Make that comparison for me and use it in such a way that some young person out there who might be going through similar struggles, wanting to serve the Lord, but the attractions of the world are so strong that they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, lukewarm kind of thing. Make that comparison for me.
What I've learned is that only what you do for Christ will last. Only what you do for Christ will last. I've been involved in many different things. As a young boy, I was involved in a lot of bad things, and if I stayed in that position, I would have been dead, in jail. There's no telling how many different places. God has saved me from so many different detrimental situations. It's only by His grace and mercy I am sitting here today.
Wow.
He truly saved me.
CJ is 22. You're 20?
I'm 32.
Okay. I'm still young. Yeah. Good. Wow. And I want you to, before we're running out of time, but I need to get that. In Grenada, we're seeing, like anywhere else in the world, young people are looking for mentors, looking for people as examples and so forth. What can you say to the young people who are struggling to find identities? What can you all say to that? I'll give you an opportunity, and CJ as well. I want to hear your perspective on CJ's.
Oh man, when it comes to identity, my identity is, I'm going to always go back to Christ. My identity was found in Christ. How did I find that? God has given us all gifts and talents. Some of us may not have realized it or recognized it, but when you seek Him, He'll start to show you what He's put in you. We all have a seed in us, and it has to be grown and nurtured. My gift was music, and through that, He's led me to meet amazing people like Apostle Randy and his beautiful wife, which have given me this opportunity to come to this beautiful country, this beautiful island.
Are you contemplating staying or coming back soon?
I've been asking him about property since I got here.
See, I know that. Mr. Richard Duncan and your team from IMA, we have a possible applicant here, right? Good. CJ, tell me, what can you tell the young folks who are struggling with identity and mentorship and so forth?
As far as me, from growing up in church, I've had many different opportunities and many different people come into my life and mentor me and train me and give me words that give me wisdom and as to growing up and I'm still learning myself as far as growing up in church and
learning more about God and getting deeper into my relationship. So, by being in my word, studying, and, and as he said, back to Christ, leading it into Christ.
CJ, your specialty is singing. That's your gift, right?
Yes.
Mike is a keyboardist.
Yes.
Right. CJ, give us a note of something that the folks can look forward to coming up later. You think you can do a little a cappella for us?
Sure.
Give him a try.
Lord, I give it all to you. Lord, I give it all to you. I give you my hurt. I give you my pain. I give you my love, disappointment and shame. Lord, I give it all to you.
All right, don't do more of that. That might just stop some people from saying, okay, I heard it all, I'm not coming to our preachers later. And we want them coming there, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So you're gonna do this with the vocals, and Mike is gonna support you in the back with the keyboard.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And we have another musician on the side, but he's not gonna be on the set. Well, gentlemen, I wish you all the best in your walk with Christ.
Thank you.
We know that with Christ all things are possible.
All things.
Set your expectations high, believe in Him, and get your identity in Christ as you're doing. It's a journey, we all know. And use your youthfulness to connect with the youth and be that mentor.
Yes, sir.
So I look forward to seeing you all this evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Apostle and Pastor and the smiling guy in the back that is not on the set. Pastor Ruth and your team, we look forward to good, man. We look forward to a great event this evening out there at Apertut. If you're in the area, in that vicinity, please come on by. And it's going to be a soulful, blissful evening. It starts at 7 and it ends when the Spirit says it ends.
Oh, man. Yes.
Okay? Folks, thank you once again, CJ and Mike Johnson.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you.
good. And Pastor Randolph and your dear wife, Shari. Folks, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
With the biggest blowout sale from Sisson's Paints. Get 30% on Sisson's Text Coat, Berger Weatherproof, and Easy Clean paints, all sizes. Your Weather Warrior, paint to protect. Ensure your home is season ready and beautiful. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Head to the Color Shop or any Sisson's hardware partner nationwide and save 30% now. Shop now and get a free plastic float with every Sisson's Text Coat purchase and a free Paint Sensations paint with every 1 gallon purchase of Berger Weatherproof or Sisson's Easy Clean. Sale ends soon.
This moment is all that I've been dreaming of.
Well, focus.
Cricket.
Lovely Cricket as we bring you ball-by-ball commentaries of the T20 World Cup. The Cut and Drive Network, in association with this radio station, are pleased to be a part of the excitement. Join me, Andrew Mason, as I lead a team of top-class cricket commentators right through to the finals on June the 29th at the historic Kensington Oval. Cricket, lovely cricket, on this radio station. You got a date, so don't be late.
This moment is all that I've been dreaming of.
Well, focus.
Mr. mentioned at the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power there.
When you push your push up, it is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Mark your calendars for a day of non-stop fun and laughter. The St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass, and Grenleg present All Mass 2024. It's all happening at the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 21st, starting at 3 p.m. Tickets are just $35 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Grab yours from any Lions and Leo members, Grenadian Optical, and Clear Vision. All Mass promises humorous antics and infectious laughter for the whole family. Be there. This advertisement sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. Am with them.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues. It's 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and it's going to be a busy morning this morning. That's what we do at the GBN, you know, that we keep you abreast with all things that are happening. So I'm joined at this time with a team from Blast. They're here to tell us about a great new feature that they're having that can enrich you. Morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Who is Sophia?
I am.
You're Sophia.
Yes.
And
Crystal.
Okay. Pre-conversation, we were talking about this new thing. Blast is always dropping something new. How is that?
Well, we are keen on trying to enlighten our customers, trying to give back more to our customers. We listen to feedbacks and customer relation stuff. So with that being said, we have a new feature called the Blast Mystery Progressive, which we launched last week, 2 weeks ago, actually on the 14th of June. Okay. So we had a big launch in front of the Esplanade Mall.
I saw that.
Yeah. So we had live bands and Talpre performed for us. And we had entertainment, food, drinks, and this is where we enlighten the people on what the Blast Mystery Progressive was really about.
Now that you've said that, what exactly is a Blast Mystery Progressive?
So the Blast Mystery Progressive is a new feature bonus, right, that is triggered at random. So once it is that you're playing on certain participating games at any of the Blast stores, whether it is our company stores or the agent sites, you have a chance to trigger the bonus. All right. The great thing, well, there's a few great things about the feature, not just one. One of them are that the bonus can be triggered no matter the amount that you wager. So whether it is that you're playing a minimum amount or a maximum amount, you can trigger the bonus. All right.
And it's again over all of your games, they play away, they pick 3, they pick 4.
So this is the difference in it. It's only 8 participating games, right? So because it's not so this is Blast, right? So this is Blast gaming. Yes. Yeah, so on the VLT, so the video lottery terminal. So these are the stationary locations. People come in, they they put in their cash in the machines, they select the bets on the machines, and then they're allowed to play variety of games. Right? For the Blast Mystery Progressive, there are 8 participating games that can trigger the bonus. So we have more than 8 games, but for this special feature, it's only 8 games that it is compatible with. Right? So Sophia, you can
those games you can identify them with the Blast Mystery Progressive badge. It's on the right hand side of the games. The 8 games are 7 lucky lines, loads of Flute, 7 Rounds Wild, Lucky Dragon Wilds, Bungle in the Jungle, Rebels on Reels, Classic Sevens, and Real Roundup.
So these are only the 8 games that we can play for the feature to be triggered.
And let me go a little further. I'm a very inquisitive guy.
Yes.
What can be triggered? What is that feature that you're talking about?
Right.
What is that catch?
So this is why I said we had more than one great component to the game. So the first component is that we can wager any amount. The second component is once it is that you're playing on any of the participating games, right? If it is that it triggers randomly. So you can be playing and just pops up on your screen.
Yes.
Right?
What pops up? An indication that you've just won $1 million.
So what pops up on your screen is 38 marked symbol. So there's some little zeros or some circles with some nothing on it, right? So you have to randomly select until you get certain gems, 3 of the same identical gems, in order to get what it is that the prizes could be, right? So for example, let's just say, for example, you got 3 of the green gems, you would get $500. If it is you get 3 of the orange, you get $750. If it is that you get 3 red rubies, you can get $1,000. If you get 3 yellow, you can get the super for $2,000. And if it is you get the 3 purples, you can get the mega for $5,000. Or if it is that you get 3 shiny blue diamonds, you can get the Blast Mystery Progressive Jackpot that can go up to $350,000 on average. Right? So this is the second great thing about this feature that we have. Right. So imagine that you can get up to $350,000 from the Blast Jackpot.
So that was the second. What's the third?
The third great thing is that the jackpot is something that is continuous, right? So it's not a one-time thing. So after it is that you get the $350,000 average, let's say, it happens approximately every 3 to 5 weeks. So the jackpot resets back to $100,000.
Okay, if someone wins it.
If somebody wins it. It doesn't go back all the way to zero. It goes back to $100,000. And the wages, once persons continue playing, the progressive keeps going up and up and up. And then on average, every 3 to 5 weeks, we get a person winning the Blast Mystery Progressive Jackpot. So this is not really a promotion. Usually our promotions would have an end time. So you say, okay, well, this promotion runs up to such and such dates, but this is not the case. The case with this is that it's always ongoing.
Let me ask this. Grenadians really win with Blast? Grenadians are really winning?
Of course.
Yes. And this is why we say know your limits, play within it. We're very keen on responsible gaming, right? We have a high return to player rate, and it is within industry standards and everything like that. But at the same time, we advocate for responsible gaming, 18 years and older.
Okay.
To add to Crystal's when she was explaining the Blast Mystery Progressive, once you reach that bonus rung, you are guaranteed to win.
Yeah. Okay. So the minimum
is 500. So once you get to that bonus rung, it's a guarantee that you are a winner.
Okay. I want to ask you all a question in secret, right? What is the recipe to get it to? Don't say it.
The recipe is just to come in at our outlets. We have 14 agent sites. We have 4 company stores. Come in, you play with us. We encourage everybody, people who have not even tried Blast or are afraid for whatever reason. We welcome everyone. We have comfortable environments. We have safe environments. We have securities at our sites, and we have agent sites as well that have very strict on how it is that the sites are set up and so forth. So we have a standard, right? So we want to encourage people to come in, play with us, and that is only how that you can know if it is that you have a chance.
Yes, come in and play.
Yeah. And besides the progressive, the games run as normal. You know, you come in, you put in your cash, you place your bets. It's supposed to be something that is fun, enjoyable, just exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off the bat, can you tell the populace how many sites do you have around the island? Blast sites. I know you have other agents, but Blast itself.
We have 4 Blast sites.
And the locations?
We have one at Chapel Lane, Guelph, St. John. We have on Wall Street. We have at Grenville, and we have at Esplanade Mall.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Wow, and how long Blast has been operating?
Almost 8 years.
Good.
November is going to make it 8 years since we've been operating.
Okay. So the Mystery Progressive, you call it?
Blast Mystery Progressive.
Yes.
So it's ongoing.
It's ongoing. Persons are already winning nobody has won the jackpot as yet, at least the first jackpot, but people are winning the minors and the majors and the smaller ones, the 500 range to the 5,000 range.
Okay.
So far. So we have a couple winners. It's been 2 weeks and we have a couple winners already. Down for those.
And it's not stopping.
It's not stopping.
Okay, until something new comes on stream and it's up.
And that's up that.
Exactly. Yes.
And the jackpot right now stands like $247,000.
Okay.
So we started off 2 weeks ago at 100,000, and currently it's at $247,000.
Okay, wow, that's interesting.
So
Folks,
it's
you heard it. Okay. So is there anything you thought we left out?
I think we covered.
I think we covered everything.
But we just want to say thank you for having us and just encourage the persons to continue playing with Blast. Responsible playing, 18 years and over, know your limit, play within it. That's what it is that we always, try to.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you to the folks from Blast.
Thank you so much.
All right. Folks, we take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. It's 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Record.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues. As I told you, it's a busy morning. I'm joined with two very special ladies this morning. To my extreme right is Miss Brathwaite. She is the principal of the School for the Deaf. And to my immediate right is a former student and recipient of the services of the School of the Deaf. We're into Deaf Awareness Month, so we're celebrating with them the hearing impaired people. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning to you, Innocent.
Yeah, you all had to come and do background vocals for me. You all sound really, really good. Okay, I'm going to start with you first, Miss Brathwaite, as the principal.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me, Deaf Awareness Month. What is that you're doing there?
I'm actually signing because we have to make sure the deaf community is aware of what you're saying as well as what I am saying.
Oh, so you're interpreting for them?
So I'm interpreting.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I would like to see you write that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so tell us about the month of activities.
Okay, so already, what went already, I'll be a little slower because I have to sign and talk as well. It could get a little confusing sometimes. So already we had our church service that went already. Most of our activities already went, right, past. So we had a church service, we had a tea party. It's our only fundraiser that we have. We've had a workshop for the adult deaf community. We also had the Prime Minister present for that activity. He showed up and was able to, not showed up, but we invited him and he accepted, and he was able to have conversation with the adult deaf community. So they had questions, they had concerns, such as having the news interpreted and so on. So he had an interaction there with them we also had doctors, we had mental health professionals as well, because it's important for them to be in good health. And our theme for the month actually is deaf awareness, education, inclusion, and health. So we continued from last year with that same theme because we saw the importance of making sure that the deaf community, in order for them to go out and work and so on, that they're living healthy lives and so forth. So we continued with that theme. We had the nurses come in and they did all the checks and all of that. But on Sunday, we are going to culminate with a health walk. And we'll be starting at the Green Bridge, near to the stadium, all right, the Grenada National Stadium, and we will be walking all the way to the Camahan Park. We're going to have our DJ, and that's DJ Reds. That's Jamal Phillip, who is visually impaired. So he will be the one who will be our DJ. I see Mr. Innocent looking like, okay then.
Yeah. He's visually impaired, but he's DJ.
Of course, because he's there on he has his software that he can use, that he's listening, telling him what is the name of the song and whatever it is. So, with technology, there's so much that can be done. So we would have also Bassanio Nicholas. Bassanio, who we know is into physical, he's a coach and all of that. So he will be the one motivating us along the walk and giving us some chance and so on. And at the end, we will finish off, we'll culminate with some exercises, and we will have some little health talks and so on when we get down to the Camahan Park.
Let me ask this. What's the population at the School for the Deaf?
Right. So that's a good question. At the School for the Deaf, we do not have any children. Our children are all within the mainstream school. The teachers at the School for the Deaf, so that's like our base. They go out daily and work with students, just as we have Abigail here, who they would have worked with in the past in the mainstream school. So whether it's at preschool, whether it's at primary school, whether it's at tertiary level, as far as Tam Sisi Nulo, secondary school, they go out daily and work with them. It's about inclusion. When they get out into the world, when they finish with school, they have to work, interact with people just as you and I who are hearing. So why separate them? it's only about having a hearing loss. They need the opportunity at the full curriculum.
Wow. This is, there are so many things that we who think we are normal, that we take for granted, and sometimes we abuse it. I'm being exposed to quite a number of things that I'm realizing that those of us who think that we have all our faculties right, we really have to be more cognizant of the fact that we're blessed. Nonetheless, Abigail is also blessed.
Yes.
Good morning, Abigail.
Good morning.
Tell us your experience coming from being a student with a hearing impairment, and now you're actually teaching. Are you teaching it? No, that's it. Okay, so tell us what your experiences were like.
Okay, so my experience in school wasn't always good, but the School for the Deaf has always made sure that I was included, I'm up to date, and that I was provided with enough services, and my experience was good. I would say mostly good, because I had the support from both my parents, people around me, the teachers, principal, even Miss Mitchell herself, and they always made sure that I'm all right, and inclusion is there.
Okay, so do you feel in interacting with people from the population, in interacting with them, do you feel I want to be very careful with choosing my words. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel appreciated? Do you feel inclusive?
To be honest, that's a good question, because many people will not know unless I tell them or I interact with them. Some people don't even know, even my friends did not know until I said it to them, because they thought that that's just a part of me, and I carried it too well, because I've always been the person to not let this thing be a thing where it's a big problem. It's just a small minor part of my life where I don't have it all together. So I have good experiences and bad experiences, but it all depends on the situation and circumstances. But I always position myself to prepare and make sure that there isn't any major problems. So in school, I interact with everybody differently, and also sometimes when I go to classes, depending on the environment I'm in, I will probably let the people know or just go on as normal.
Okay, so are you actually a student still, or you've graduated secondary
I've
school?
graduated from secondary school, time 60, I am now working.
Wow, wow. Madam Principal, the teachers that you have at your facility, did they get their training primarily from your organization, or did they have external training?
Well, it's both. Because some people, their formal education would have been, their formal training would have been University of the West Indies, other universities that they would have attended, because most of the teachers or all of the teachers would have their first degree or their masters in whatever area. On our school, as part of our staff, we have teachers who are trained in early childhood, so not just in deaf education, but also in early childhood, which set them at an advantage in assisting the children from very young. We also have a counselor who is trained, a counselor by profession also, as part of our staff. In fact, two of them would have had degrees in psychology, and one went up to the level of the master's level. We have two of our teachers who are trained in special education, a focus on psychology with a focus on special education. So it's about empowerment. I am not taking any praise for myself, but it is important as a leader that we empower staff. We make them realize the importance of making sure that you continue having some formal education if we want to be able to really have impact on our students that we work with. So we continue. We're also involved in hearing health care. So at our school every Friday, we offer to the community and to students, we offer hearing tests. So anyone, you can make an appointment and you come to the school every Friday, on the Friday, and we would do a hearing test. We work very closely with some of the doctors. We work very closely with the ENT at the hospital as well, so they may make referrals to us and we also make referrals to them. So it's a collaboration. So there's a lot happening in Grenada. Okay. And we do not sell our work for cheap. We do not believe that what we're doing is not working. Abigail is an example, and we have other students as well who went through the system where they did not attend special school. Special school will always have its place, but for someone who is deaf, we believe that with the right support, that they can attend the mainstream school and be successful.
Wow. A good friend of mine, Michael Hutchinson, says she has a lot of courage, was at one of my karaoke and sang a good number of songs. She knew she sounded different, but she did it anyway and had fun while doing it. I admire her. I wish I could join the conversation. Mike, please call. Let me entertain a caller or two. Folks, you realize that we've overrun the BBC this morning. I think it's important that we did that this morning. So those of you who are waiting on the BBC, well, it's actually a rebroadcast, so please forgive me for that. But good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Joseph, and good morning to your guests there. I have two questions. Can your goodly guests tell the Grenadian people the population of people or citizens with auditory disabilities in the country, the national statistics? And can the guest also tell the Grenadian people why is it they do not clamor upon the government of Grenada? They refuse to fail to clamor upon the government of Grenada to establish laws, local laws, domesticate the laws of this country relevant to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. Thank you very much. Mr. Joseph, do have a nice day, will you, sir?
Thank you very much, caller. Have a great one yourself.
Yes, very good question. One, in terms of what I should say is that the World Health Organization has ruled out that rubella, because many of the deaf persons in Grenada before, it was because of rubella that the mothers contracted German measles, rubella, that we had this large population of persons who are deaf. It was around 1986, somewhere around there. So the children would have been born deaf, right? So the World Health Organization has ruled out that rubella is no more like a threat because we now have vaccinations and all of that. But in terms of the population, I do not have the exact figure, but from my interaction and my data in how we would have activities and those who would interact with us, at least we know that in terms of the deaf community, because there is a difference. People who use a sign language, for example, Abigail doesn't use sign language itself, but she has a hearing loss. But you have the deaf community, the deaf person who uses sign language. They have a particular culture, a way of life. We can say at least we know we have at least 250 persons in Grenada, approximately around that, who belong to that deaf community. When we talk about people with hearing loss in Grenada, we're talking about thousands. And I can say that from doing hearing assessments, that we have more than 1,000 persons in Grenada in our population who would have hearing loss for one reason or another. It can be because of accidents. It can be because of some particular illness like having a tumor, which eventually because of the radiation, and so it can lead to deafness. We also have, in terms of the elderly, the older you get, of course, you would have issues with your ossicles and all of that. We won't get into all of that now, but they would also have hearing loss. So our population in terms of hearing loss, loss. And then there are people who do not even know that they have a hearing loss. So we're talking into the thousands in terms of that. The next question is in terms of the Convention for the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. I'm going to sort of take off my hat as the principal of the School for the Deaf now, and speak now even in terms of advocacy, which I also have an organization for which I'm the president and founder of, Advocacy Grenada Inc., and it is working with people with disabilities. And what I can say presently, what is happening, yesterday I came from a consultation with the Ministry of Social Development. Presently there is a consultant on island that they would have hired who is looking right now in terms of the disability policy for Grenada. So I believe we have taken a step, for the caller, we have taken a step in that presently what has been discussed is the disability policy for Grenada, which is in sync in relation to the Convention for the Rights of Persons with Disability, that it is out of that convention that the disability policy will be based. So this is happening presently on island. I would want for it to happen faster, but as you know, there are a lot of red tapes to go through. They have consultation, they're meeting with different stakeholders, and so but we hope that before the end of the year we can have our disability policy, and then we're looking to have a disability act. So yes, it is important, it is imperative, because without that the disabled community do not have teeth, they do not have anything that they can speak to. So yes, we do need to have our disability policy. I put back on my principal hat.
Okay. All right, I want to ask this. It is often said that when you lose one of your faculties, another one kicks in, is enhanced. Is that true?
It's actually true.
It is?
Yes.
So you've lost your hearing. Which one of your faculties has been enhanced? Your sight?
Yes, it would be that, and also smell.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Because I mean, I know that my family members might not be happy with me saying that, but my grandmom, who was like she's my mom. She had a hearing problem. So often when we are speaking with her, you would hear her say, hold on, let me get my glasses so I can hear you properly.
Yes,
it goes together.
Yeah, it goes together.
Okay.
Balance.
All right. So as we wrap up now, the month of activities, it ends at the end of this month?
Yes. So as I said, our final activity will be the health walk, and it will be on the 30th. We also had sign language classes virtually, right? We had it online, where people as far as Ghana, the United States, St. Lucia, Dominica, they were online for our sign language classes. And it's all about making person included, making person now be able to communicate. See it as when you see a person who is deaf, you can say hello. They're part of society. You can greet them. I remember Innocent at the workshop. One of the doctors, she doesn't mind me calling her name, I know, Dr. Sonia Johnson was presenting. She did sign language classes before. And she came in, and the first thing she did was, "Good morning, hello, how are you?" And the deaf, they were like, she know our language, and they were all excited because she can speak their language. So it's about inclusion and making everybody feel a part. They, as I said to the Prime Minister, they have voting rights just as any citizen.
Yeah, so you have to treat
they
them
have
right.
the right just as any citizen. Having the opportunity at public health, and all that is there, education and everything for them.
I'm coming back to Abigail. Very interesting. I am so interested in you this morning. Your general life, all right? Do you lead a normal life? Do you date? Do you have children? Do you or what?
I live a normal life.
Okay.
I do live a normal life, but there isn't any hindrance because it all starts with me. It's all about me. So whatever happens, if okay, how should I say it? I should say it as, I don't let this thing be an obstacle in my life, because at the end of the day, if I choose to be something, if I choose to be someone today, that's who I am, and it's my decision. So I make it my duty to be the best me I can be.
Oh my goodness.
And she studied psychology, which she didn't say, so she has an associate degree in psychology.
Yes.
You're underselling yourself to me, man. Who does that?
Yes, I did psychology, and I really do want to give back that service to people.
So, you've studied psychology. Is that the end of your study road, or are you going to pursue further higher learning?
Right now, there are so many things I'm interested in, but two things that is at the top of my list is, one, to be an itinerant teacher, part of a school for the deaf, and also I would love to become a fashion designer in the future.
Oh my goodness.
I'm into creativity.
Wow. Okay, so now as we wrap up, I want you to use this medium this morning to encourage. There might be folks out there who might not be hearing impaired like you, but they have some other form of impairment, and they think, this is it for me. I am abnormal. I cannot see well. I cannot talk well. I might have some other form of, disability. I want you to use this platform to encourage them, to let them know that you could lead a normal life.
Okay, so first thing I want to say is, people treat you how you see yourself. So if I see myself as a valuable, respectful young woman and someone who can go far because I have the same opportunity as you, then be you, Don't let this thing be an obstacle in your life, because one, someone who cannot see, they have other senses they can use, and someone who cannot hear, same thing. So use your vision. If you do not have the hair, use your vision. If you do not have the sight, use your voice. If you do not have the smell, use your vision and use your voice. So that's what I can say. Be the best you can be.
Abigail, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you. And with that modus operandi, I know you will impact the disabled community in Grenada. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone who is hearing impaired, but with that vibe that I'm getting from you, you can be...
Yeah.
Wow.
Be positive, everybody.
Let's be positive. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to wrap up.
Well, we are happy. Thank you again, Innocent, for having us this morning. And this is just to let our community know that there is no need to be jeering or teasing. We have passed that stage. We now realize that deaf persons just need to live their life, just as any other individual, where they can work, date, get married, have children, further their studies, and so forth. And that is what the School for the Deaf, we want to empower our people, our students that we have with us. I mean, before, we know that this was not offered in terms of inclusion, but the students know that education is being offered in terms of inclusive education. We are set in doing that. We believe that it can work. We have evidence to show that inclusive education is one of the better ways to educate students who are deaf, so that they have that opportunity at the full curriculum. So we ask you to come out on Sunday. Be a part of the awareness. We start at 4 p.m. at the Green Bridge, that is near the Grenada National Stadium. So we'll be there, and we'll be making our way down to the Camahan Park, right? So we'll be there at the Camahan Park. That's where we would end, and we will have a few exercises and a little motivational speech and so on that will take place.
And I want to be there to dance to the music of the DJ.
All right. And of course, on on the DJ,
Yeah.
we will have on the turntable, if we call it that. We
On the
will
ones
have,
and twos.
yes, we will have DJ.
Yeah.
We will have DJ Reds, Jamal Phillip, who we know is visually impaired. So come on out, be a
Yeah.
part of this exciting
I want to shake
health
a leg.
walk. Yes.
I want to shake a leg to DJ Red.
Yes,
Yeah.
he will be there.
Folks, please go on out and support. Be a part of it. This is a worthwhile venture. Go on out and support. I thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Overriding my time this morning. Even if I get suspended, it was worth it.
I think so too.
Spreading awareness the best way we can.
And folks, that's it for the conversation this morning. All those of you who have been listening or viewing, part of the program, this one touched me. It really did. It really,
yeah, well,
really
that's
did.
good to know.
Yeah.
So we'll be hearing you promoting a lot.
Of course. All right. Let me just take some of the comments because they might be pertinent. My child is one and on help. I need help for her. So says Debbie Henry. Okay.
You can reach out to us at 440-2242. That's the School for the Deaf. We are always willing and ready to speak with anyone and to provide whatever assistance if it means that we have to refer you to the Ministry of Education or whatever support that is there. So call us on 440-2242.
Lisa Griffith says, keep up the good work, Michelle, and your staff.
Thank you.
All
By
right.
God's grace.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. This is just oh my goodness, folks. I've got to go. We've got to wrap it up. This is emotional. All right, we take a break. We'll be back with the great music. Thank you for being a part of the program, the conversation this morning. A very interesting and busy morning, but it was worth it. I do thank you for your time and your sharing your time with us this morning. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again on Monday, same time, frequencies, platforms, and channels. I love you. Bye bye.